tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Now Atlanta's starting five. Risache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Porzingis in at the center spot. Young, count it, 1 for 1 to start the game. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Here's Daniels. That three's off the mark. Porzingis against Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
Well, that's a great display of touch right there from Thompson.
Porzingis surveying the floor. Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. Now here's Risache. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
2 on the clock. Johnson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, he can hit that. Nice shot there from Johnson to drop in the triple.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Johnson against Harris. Outside Young, over Ivy. Young misses.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson is showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Daniels outside. Let's go with a 3. And the Hawks with another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Cunningham looking it over. Harris against Johnson. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Takes the 3. Out to Harris. And here's Cunningham outside. Ivy outside. The 3. The rebound by Atlanta. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The kick out to Johnson. Outside Risache. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. There's Young with the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Young's got 5.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2. On the wing, Ivy. Pass to Duran. Harris outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. And here's Young. Takes a 3. Thompson pulls it in. On the wing, Ivy. Risache covering. Ivy's shot is off. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside Risache. Over Ivy. Atlanta again missing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Up in time. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu, and it's Houston in at the 4. We'll stand whether he's coming off the bench or starting. Karis LeVert has become a guy teams rely on.
Yeah, Brian, coaches love that about him. He can produce for you whenever you need him to. That readiness is a valuable trait in this league.
Here's Robinson, and again it's Detroit converting.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Sasser defending. Alexander Walker, the pass to Krejci. And it's Kennard on the take. Here's Houston. Another three for Atlanta.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Pass to Holland. Robinson with a steal. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, the Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. BA, back to you. Okay,
thanks for the report, Allie.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Shot from the top of the key. And again, it's Detroit converting. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Pass to Alexander Walker. Three-pointer. The rebound by Stewart. The Pistons have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. It's LeVert on the wing, covered by Alexander Walker, and finished off by Stewart.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Kennard passes to Krejci, and Atlanta misses again.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Oh, deflected. Detroit moving the ball around. There's Sasser. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Alexander Walker. Kennard against Stewart. Nice shot by Kennard. Kennard's got 5 now.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Robinson. 7 points in the game. Three-pointer, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. The shot by LeVert, no good. The Hawks have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Pistons trailing. 4-3. The shot by LeVert, no good. Atlanta's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Kennard. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Pistons have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. And it's Okongwu off the drive. Left side, Alexander Walker. Start for three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Harris and Duran together in the middle. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the three. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid, fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
Now here's Young. 7 points in the game. Gorsuch, no good.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Pass to Harris. Daniels against Ivy. There's Cunningham with a three. Cash from Cunningham on the three ball.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Gorsuch. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. Pistons trail by 4. Ivy outside. Back to Cunningham. Ivy against Young. Clock at 6. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. Porzingis grabs the board. The Hawks lead by 4. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Young with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Atlanta again missing. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And here's Ivy from the arc. He buries it from 3. Ivy's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Daniels. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And watching Dyson Daniels over the past year or 2, he's really come into his own, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, sometimes it's just about being in the right situation, in a role that plays to your strength. That's really unlocked some things for him.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And it's Detroit with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Atlanta. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And Cunningham responds confidently at the other end.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Young. Here's Gorsuch. On the wing, Daniels. Ivy defends. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Young against Cunningham. Pass to Duran. On the wing, Thompson. For the lead. Another 3 for Detroit.
Well, that sometimes is a tough area for Thompson, but he manages to get off a smooth shot.
The 3. Gorsuch, no good.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Offensive rebound. for three. Here's Harris. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. And again, no good by Detroit. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Kennard against LeVert. Puts up a three. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
For three, Robinson drills it from deep. Robinson's got 10 points.
Well, this is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
Hits a three-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
To the left wing. Deflects the pass. And a fast break now for Atlanta. Oh, there's the alley. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Pistons on top, leading by just... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Luke Kennard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Okongwu, and it's Krejci in at the small forward position.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. LeVert goes in. Sasser. And Detroit another three.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
Pass to Krejci from deep. Sasser with a rebound. Detroit leading by 3. Now here's Robinson. No good from outside. Kennard with it. Now LeVert defending. Here's Krejci. And the layup falls.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Here's the three. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Krejci. Sasser defending. Pass to Okongwu. It's LeVert on the wing. Outside Robinson. And again, no good by Detroit. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. And stolen by Stewart. For the finish. And he pummels the iron. Bookends the break.
Yeah, that was nice recognition by Robinson.
Outside, Alexander-Walker. Six to shoot. Another shot. Great awareness to beat the clock.
Well, they knew who to go to when they had to get a bucket, and Kennard was ready to deliver.
LeVert goes against Kennard. Okongwu with the rebound.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Houston. Risache comes in for Krejci. And Daniels is subbed in for Kennard. And he nails it!
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Now Thompson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
What an injection of energy from Durant. Working hard to find points for his team.
Now here's Alexander-Walker. The D's right on him. Here's Johnson, down to 5 on the shot clock. The free is in!
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Now Harris. Now Cunningham. He launches. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks lead by 3. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Team second.
On the wing, Daniels. He's watched by Cunningham.
Outstanding defense by Thompson. His teammates appreciate how much he hustles on that end.
Outside Harris. Stolen by Daniels. Here's Johnson.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Now Harris. Ivy a screen on Daniels. Johnson with the rebound. Thompson with a steal.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Now Ivy. Cunningham. It's good.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. It's stolen. And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. All right, Allie, thanks. Great.
Turning our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Keyshawn George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Coulibaly. Then it's Sarr, and it's McCollum in at the 1. Now here's Cunningham. Offline with his 3. Sarr against Cunningham. Launches a 3. Sarr kicks it out to McCollum. Drops in the tray. McCollum's got 5.
An outstanding three-point shooter. You've got to chase McCollum off those corners.
Cunningham dishes it to Ivy. The 3. It's hauled in by George. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Here's Cunningham after the basket by Washington. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ivy. Harris outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. Pass to Sarr. Sarr with a screen on Thompson. Middleton for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Thompson passes to Duran. The drive by Thompson.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
To the middle. Back to Coulibaly. Middleton outside. Outside, George. Middleton with a screen for George. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
Another 3 for Detroit.
And how about the aggressiveness from Cunningham? Reading the defense and then just punishing them with that pull-up.
Middleton, a screen on Harris. And George kicks to McCollum. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. And the Pistons with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Duran finds Cunningham. 1:20 left here in the opening quarter. Doesn't go that time.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
From deep, George. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And he gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 5.
And smart choice by Cunningham, using the floater to get that one to go.
Sarr with the screen on Cunningham. McCollum kicks to George. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Here's McCollum. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. He's got 7. Detroit leading by 4. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Driving to the basket.
Oh, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
McCollum looking it over. Launches it. Hits the three-point foul. Here's Cunningham. He has 5. Here's Ivy. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Karis LeVert. He's out there with Marcus Sasser. Duncan Robinson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Clintman in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Gill. Johnson finds Carrington. Clock is at 3. Here's Gill. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Pistons leading by 3. Outside for Robinson. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Robinson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pistons. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Sasser. Fires the 3. They get it back. Pass to Carrington. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Sasser with it. Still yet to score. Robinson, that's good.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Carrington. They trail by 9 points. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Pistons leading by 6. Pass to Clintman. And here's LeVert. Over to the wing. Here's Stewart. Sinks the three-pointer. Stewart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, this guy not necessarily a knockdown threat from deep, but when you give him that type of room, he will make you pay.
To the inside. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Robinson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now Carrington. Kispert on the wing. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positioned. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
And Washington making a change here. Whitmore is checked in. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Washington basketball.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And that one's good, Whitmore. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Three-pointer, LeVert. Detroit, no good that time either. Wizards trail by 7. Johnson, a wide open look, hits it from three-point range.
Let me tell you, Trey Johnson's never seen a 3 he doesn't like.
Pass to LeVert. In the corner, it's Robinson. Back to LeVert. 6 to shoot. Here's Sasser. The rebound by Carrington. Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Up top, Kispert. Pass to Johnson. Takes the 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
A strong catch-and-shoot option. Opponents will learn you can't give Johnson those kind of looks.
LeVert kicks to Robinson. This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Robinson's got 9 points now in the quarter. Here's Carrington. Levert defending. And the foul on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
11 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Kispert. There's a good screen. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Pistons on top, up 4. Going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So on the floor for Washington, Chris Middleton is out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Czar in at the center, filling out the middle. Really left alone that time. McCollum's got 13.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
George sets a screen for McCollum. Back to George. On the wing, Coulibaly. Over Ivy. It's good on the putback.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Coulibaly against Ivy. Down low and stolen by Sarr. Middleton with it. Picked up by Thompson. And stolen by Thompson. Driving inside.
So fast of foot on the run. I see it. Tough to catch.
Washington's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Middleton can't get it to go.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Count that one. He's got 15.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Ivy against Coulibaly. Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 2 points. And that's now 7 points for Cade Cunningham. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
In the corner, it's Sarr. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Ivy. Cunningham, a screen on Coulibaly. Cunningham looking it over. Here's Thompson. He takes it in, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Middleton the pass to Sarr. George against Harris. Kicks it out to McCollum. Tries again. Another one falls for Washington.
And just look at those numbers. What can't McCollum do?
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
So it's Detroit now after the basket by Washington. Now Sarr, and it's McCollum in the corner. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. George sets a screen for Coulibaly. Middleton against Cunningham. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Stewart gets it to go.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Into the lane. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
Robinson for 3, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pistons lead by... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Washington trailing. Karis LeVert is out there with Marcus Sasser. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Quintman in at the 4. That's the group for Detroit right now. And the dunk by Stewart.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
A shot's good from Kispert.
And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Whitmore. Now Johnson to take the lead. Connects from three-point range.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Robinson for 3. Detroit, no good that time either. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kispert setting the pick for Johnson. Pass to Whitmore. Baseline try, and that one swishes right in. Now it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
Back to Sasser. Now here's LeVert. Defended by Carrington. Robinson for 3. Rebound Washington. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Whitmore. Guarded by Robinson. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Gill is checked in for Washington. Great team. That forced that miss. What a play inside.
This is a good scorer who's got size and athleticism. Karis LeVert is not going to struggle to throw it down.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Stewart. He'll put back. Here's Sasser. Robinson outside. Ball's knocked loose.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Gill against LeVert. Clock at 6. Here's Robinson. To tie it up. That does not go.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
For three. Kept alive by the Wizards. Here's Carrington, guarded by Stewart, and there's the three.
Well, this team has a lot of confidence in Johnson, and he has a lot of confidence in himself.
Robinson outside. Here's Sasser, defended by Carrington. And it misses.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
There's the pick. All alone. Sinks the big jumper.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up. Jumper is off.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Takes the three. Washington with the rebound. Let's lose a three. Robinson there for the rebound. And so it's the Wizards with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know,
taking on the Hawks. For Washington, they bank on preparation, focus, and sheer will. Each game a renewed opportunity to prove themselves. Hawks, Wizards. It's next, right after this. So a look at our starters for the Wizards. We've got George. C.J. McCollum is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Sarr in at the center position. Young against McCollum. Tries it from 16, and that one's good. Young facing off in this one. We've got two teams that preach player movement and ball movement legs.
Oh, that's right, and you can tell that by the assist numbers. The ball is really hopping, smart, unselfish basketball, a lot of player movement off ball as well, forcing those defenses to chase them.
What's that old saying? The ball brings energy.
It certainly does.
Kicks it out to Middleton. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Daniels.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's stolen by Coulibaly. Fires from deep. Nails it from three.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Now here's Young. Outside Johnson. Daniels outside. Shot clock at 6. Rebound Washington.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Well, it just shows you can do everything right and still come away empty-handed.
McCollum with it, defended by Porzingis. McCollum's shot is off. Right side Porzingis. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. It's Daniels with a drive. Young from long range. The shot no good. Washington's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
For 3, McCollum. Rebounded by Johnson. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Young way outside, sinks it. What range from downtown. Young's got 5.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
Knocks down the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Johnson. On the wing, Rizachet. Middleton covering. Outside Rizachet. Tipped away. Stolen by Coulibaly. And it's Washington on the break. Fires for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Coulibaly's gotten his second bucket. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Wizards?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And another area of success for them has been the fast break. They have repeatedly gotten out in transition and found easy shots.
Middleton from the outside. And again, Washington with a triple.
That'll hype his guys up. Middleton right back with one of his own.
Porzingis surveying the floor. Rizachet up top. Goes up on the wing. Washington with a rebound.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Guys, back to you.
A good partnership. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. Back to George. It's tipped. Stolen by Daniels. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The 3 is up. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
George sets a screen. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter here. Saw a screen. For three, McCollum. With 1 on the clock. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Wizards out in front. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you think about how the Wizards are doing here?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
They've disrupted the offensive flow, and they are making things miserable for any ball handler.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Houston in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. So Washington ends up going with a new group. Wizards leading by 3. It's Carrington on the wing, defended by Kennard. Pass to Johnson. They set the pick. From outside the arc. Not going to go that time. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Krejci, covered by Johnson. Krejci, the pass to Kennard. And he hits it to tie the game. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Atlanta's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. When Vik Krejci made his NBA debut in 2021, he became just the 5th Czech player in league history, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he's really interesting. Great skill, and he's 6'8". He shows playmaking instincts, and the last few seasons, he's really shooting the ball much better.
Offensive board. Outside Carrington. There's the triple. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Pass to Houston. Launches a 3. They get it again. To the wing on the left. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard can't get it to go.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Outside Johnson. The 3 is up. Okongwu with the rebound. Off trail by 3. Outside Alexander Walker. Pass to Kennard. Here's the pick. Back to Alexander Walker. Kennard outside. Back to Alexander Walker. And Atlanta misses again.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Well, when you look at the upside for this young Hawks team, Tim, how good can they be?
I think they could be one of the surprises in the Eastern Conference. They've got an emerging star in Jalen Johnson, one of the best defensive players in the league, and Dyson Daniels. And both of those guys, I think, haven't even come close to scratching the surface.
And both players, high-level work ethic, talent, and guys who want to get after it every day. Carrington, no good. The Hawks have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. This one for 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Wizards leading by 4. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game. A minute 35 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Whitmore. And that's good from 17 feet. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Here's Kennard. From the top of the key, he buries it. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And 1:01 left in the second. Here's Carrington. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Krejci, covered by Johnson. Kennard for 3. Krejci, pass to Houston. To the paint. Outside, Alexander Walker. Kennard for three. Drops in the three. Now just a 1-point Wizard lead.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
There's Carrington. Nails it from beyond the arc. Carrington's got 6.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Kennard for three. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been... Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Arena Entertainment.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And it's Washington with the ball. 4-point game. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. On the court for Washington. Bilal Coulibaly out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Middleton in at the 3. A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run. Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, B.A., and his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton, at his all-star peak, was something special.
Young, the pass to Porzingis. And that one's on target from the wing.
At this stage of his career, Porzingis understands which shots to take, letting the offense come to him naturally.
Middleton finds Sarr. Washington moving the ball around. Pass to Middleton. Over Rizachet. And again, Washington, no good. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Hawks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Kept alive. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Daniels. For the lead. Connects from downtown. 9 points for Dyson Daniels.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Here's McCollum. The rebound by the Hawks. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Launches it. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Looking to win the run. And McCollum, good for 3. McCollum's got 8.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Pass to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Oh, KP with the 3.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
Shot's good by Sarr. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Guys, back to you.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. And a deep 3 from Young. Another 3 for Atlanta. The Wizards trail by 7. Coulibaly drives. Oh, man!
Look out below!
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
Johnson with a bucket.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Saw a screen. Here's McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Chalk up 2 there. McCollum's got 10 points.
For a 6'3" guard like McCollum, the floater is a must. Just goes right over the shot blockers.
Pass to Daniels. From deep, Johnson. And the Hawks with another 3. Wizards trail by 9. Saw a screen for 3. McCollum. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Substitution on the court.
From deep, Johnson. Atlanta with a rebound. Now Kennard. Give him 8 points now. For 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Atlanta with... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Gay in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And it's Washington with the ball. Trailing by 10. Pass to Whitmore. A deep 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board. The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Back to Kennard. 3-pointer. Gill grabs the board.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Right wing. The 3 ball. Knocks down the long J.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
Pass to Krejci. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the Hawks lead by 10.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And there's a pick. Here's Alexander Walker. Kennard on the wing. Whitmore defending. Bucket! Carrington with it. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Kennard. Whitmore defending. From deep. Oh, it's off target. The Wizards trail by 6. It's Carrington on the wing. Covered by Alexander Walker. On the wing, Whitmore. Outside Carrington. Oh, missed on the tray. The Hawks lead by 6. Tipped. And it's Washington on the break. Can't get the 3.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
Beyond the arc. Can't get it.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
with the rebound. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. They set the screen. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Oh, he cannot hit. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Takes a 3. Oh, it's off. Puts up a deep 3. That misses. From deep three-point land. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. Allie, thank you as always.
inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. And it's Duran in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Cunningham. Back to Harris. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot at
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
It's stolen by Cunningham. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Out to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Cunningham against Young. Second chance shot. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
After Rizichet. Here's Young. Duran pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
And here is Harris following the three-pointer by Trae Young. And here's Johnson outside, trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
Now here is Harris, and a wide-open look for Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
It's stolen by Duran. Ivy, no one around him, drills it from outside.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey guys, Jalen Johnson, great in the 2-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Fires the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Daniels with it. Duran picks him up. A 3 from Porzingis. A shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
Back to Cunningham. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Young kicks to Porzingis. From deep, Johnson, another 3 for Atlanta.
Still working on his three-point shot. There, Johnson confidently sinks it.
Inside, out to Thompson, pass to Ivy. And there's the call on Rizichet. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Cunningham for 3. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Ivy with the bucket.
Well, there's some flair to Ivy's game. That time he answers back.
And here's Young from the arc. And the Hawks with another 3.
they've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Up in time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
We've got Luke Kennard. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Krejci in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Pass to Krejci. Here's Houston. Alexander-Walker passes to Houston. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Detroit with the rebound. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game. Yeah, pretty sure the whole arena is within Kennard's range.
Sasser finds Jones. Now Sasser. Robinson for 3. Gay with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Krejci, defended by Jones. Kennard's shot is off. Pistons trail by 11. Now Sasser, defended by Alexander-Walker. Lets it go with the 3. The shot misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Detroit's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Hawks leading by 11. Here's Krejci. That one wide left.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
A nice shot by LeVert.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Trains the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
From downtown, Sasser can't hit. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Kennard's shot is off. And so LeVert will bring it up for Detroit. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Krejci. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Krejci's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Well, they won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Pass to Houston. From the arc. Rebound, Detroit. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. LeVert the pass to Jones. Outside Robinson. On the wing. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. That's a 2 from Kennard. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons trail by 11. Jones, no one around him. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert. Shot's good by Kennard.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Here's Sasser. They swipe it. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 11-point cushion. Hey, Ellie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Let's take it off the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On the court for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the center. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Pass to Young. Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. Young, no good. Pistons trail by 8. Harris passes to Duren. Back to Harris. Duren sets the screen for Harris. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 5.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Young, good.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Cunningham gets to Harris. Pass to Ivy. Young with the steal. To the middle. And stolen by Ivy. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pistons. To the inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Porzingis sets the pick for Young. And it's off from three-point range. Ivy on the wing, guarded by Rizachet. Johnson finds Rizachet. And a deep three from Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Thompson for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now it's only a 5-point Hawks lead. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. Pistons trail by 6. Sasser with it, and Daniels picks him up defensively. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duren and Sar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound state.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Over to the left wing. Here's Houston. They get it back. And here is Okongwu. Here's Krejci. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And again, it's the Pistons missing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Houston misses the three. Pistons trail by 6.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Kennard.
The winning score is confirmed. 2 minutes are allowed.
It's even time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
LeVert from outside. And the 3 ball is good.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Krejci. Now here's Kennard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Robinson passes to LeVert. And the 3 off target. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Sasser. Here's Krejci. Pass to Houston. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
And LeVert's game goes to another level when he plays D with energy. It's hard to take him off the floor when he's impacting it on both ends.
Here's Sasser from outside off the mark. Hawks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Beyond the arc, buries the deep ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Robinson knocks down the 3.
Robinson in the mix, coming right back.
From deep, down he goes for 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
He drills the 3.
Yeah, that was an important hoop from Robinson.
Puts up the 3. Kennard against LeVert. 6 to shoot. Another chance here. The shot is good.
Kennard's teammates and coaches encourage him to take these quick shots because they know how effective he is.
Here's Robinson. Ball stolen. Had the chance on the break, but the 3 is off. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jacks up a 3. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Okongwu. stolen. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. No good from 3. The Hawks leading by 7. Fires the 3. It's good.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Atlanta.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
Here's Atlanta now. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And the Pistons with possession here. 7-point differential.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
Shoots the 3, and down goes the 3.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Porzingis, rebounded by Thompson. And here are the Pistons.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
And so the Hawks take the win. Some good company. As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Cunningham up on the schedule. This was one you and I were looking forward to.
Oh, my goodness. This was one I've had circled for sure. And the reason, two teams have executed a high level, and boy, do they play at breakneck speed.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duran together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. Sinks the tray.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Cunningham against McCollum. Pass to Thompson. Now Ivy. 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. He shoots. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Ivy.
Yeah, what a feed from Ivy. These are the type of passes you love seeing from him.
There's McCollum with the 3. Duran with a rebound. Oh, got a piece of it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Pistons on offense, and we've seen the Wizards churning their roster doors with an eye toward the future.
Yes, and that BA means inevitably absorbing those extended losing streaks, but you're doing it at least with a plan in mind. You need talent to win, and I'm talking big-time talent. And the best way to develop that talent is with patience. So there's a process they're following.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Washington moving the ball around. McCollum on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. McCollum's shot is off.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Cunningham outside. Up and over McCollum. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
There's McCollum with the 3. McCollum with another miss.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
George with a steal. Coulibaly against Duran. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Pistons have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Coulibaly against Ivy. Out to Harris. Pass to Cunningham. Harris a screen. And it's Cunningham missing. Wizards trail by 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keith. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. PA?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. He drops it from range. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc. The bounce pass, right on the money. Great setup.
Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 9.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
Here's Coulibaly. Kicks it out to Middleton. George outside. Off target from outside.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Thompson outside. Ivy passes to Thompson. Cunningham outside. Clock at 6. Shoots. Washington with a rebound.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
For 3, McCollum. Can't hit that one. The Pistons lead by 6. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thompson passes to Harris. Back to Thompson. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Coulibaly drives in.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Pulls it from the top of the key. It's not going to go for him. So it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit, hunting for opportunities. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Koulibaly in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Washington right now.
Off the pass, McCollum can be instantaneous. He doesn't think, he just shoots.
Outside Robinson. Back to Sasser. Robinson passes to Stewart. LeVert with the ball. Now Sarr defending. LeVert, and that's good. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. McCollum right side. And there's the foul. It'll go on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
So Washington ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Whitmore. Outside Carrington. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Stewart. The Pistons lead by 6. Pass to Sasser. Back to Robinson. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance. Robinson's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Man, the defender really went after him.
More teams are playing 5 out now, Doris. So if you're coaching, is that a system you'd run?
It is, BA, because so many players come into the league highly skilled. If you are a 3-tool player, meaning you can shoot it, deck it, and pass it, and you've got 5 guys like that, look out. It is so hard to guard.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Clinton from the arc. And Detroit another 3.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And again, Washington, no good.
Well, trying to reply to the 3 on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
Sasser outside. For 3, Robinson. The rebound by the Wizards. It's a one-on-one situation. Outside Johnson. Pass to Whitmore. Releases. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Robinson with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. Klintman misses. The Wizards trail by 11. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, the NBA has its eyes on the old continent. Commissioner Silver said there continues to be an enormous opportunity to take basketball to another level in Europe. The quality of the basketball there has been fantastic, and we think there's a commercial opportunity to create something special. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. It's Carrington on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Robinson.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
Stewart, the pass to LeVert. Outside Robinson. Lets it fly. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Carrington, and he dunks it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Gill grabs the board. The Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Whitmore. Now here's Johnson. Sasser defending. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, Johnson putting his quickness to use. He's tough to slow down once he gets going.
They get it back. Here's Klinman. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Pistons ahead. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the center position.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
And that one's good. McCollum's got 5. Detroit leading by 6. Harris outside. Pass to Ivy. The rebound by the Wizards. George outside. To the middle. And stolen by Cunningham. Thompson scanning the floor. From outside, off the mark. And so Middleton will bring it up for Washington. For 3, McCollum buries it from 3. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Ivy passes to Thompson. Shot is up. They grab their own miss. Detroit moving the ball around. For 3, here's Harris. Gets the 3 ball to go. Harris has got his second basket.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Pass to McCollum. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. George outside. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. From downtown. Rebound Detroit. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Harris outside. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Coulibaly. And a miss there on the triple.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on McCollum. Cunningham with the ball. McCollum covering. And here's Duren. Now Ivy. And he gets the bucket. Ivy's got 5.
Just a high skill level shot by Ivy. Not his usual kind of bucket.
And George with the jam.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Coulibaly finds Middleton. Pass to McCollum. There's the 3. Duren with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 6. And here's Thompson for 3. Ivy, right side. Cunningham on the wing. Fires for 3. Rebound Washington. Coulibaly with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Sarr with a screen on Ivy. Pass to McCollum. Now George, pounded by Harris. Sarr with a screen on Ivy. And Coulibaly hits from deep. And now just a three-point Detroit lead.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Sarr with a screen on Harris. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Koulibaly. All alone. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Thompson. And here's Cunningham outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, McCollum. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Yeah, an encouraging sign. When Cunningham is dialed in from deep, he's dangerous.
Inside. And stolen by Cunningham. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Detroit Pistons up by a healthy 8 points at the end. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Carlton Carrington out there with Johnson. Then it's Kispert, and it's Jones in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert.
Oh, that is how you deny an open look with some in-your-face defense.
Jones grabs the board. The Wizards trail by 6. There's the triple. And Kispert gets a 3. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Outside Robinson. To the inside. Stolen. And it's Washington on the break. And here's Kispert from the arc. And the Wizards with another 3. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
For Detroit, they've got nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. Sasser outside. Pass to Robinson. Over Kispert. Oh, and just miss after miss right now. Outside Carrington. To take the lead. No good.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Robinson outside. They set the pick. LeVert left side. Down it goes.
How about that? Such an instinctive offensive talent. Karis LeVert, natural under pressure.
From deep. Yes, sir. From way outside.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills him.
For 3. Nope. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Johnson. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
inside Robinson. LeVert goes against Johnson. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
From downtown. A minute 4 left in the fourth quarter. Doesn't go. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that. And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. The triple drops.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Robinson knocks down the trifecta.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Washington ball. Substitution on the court.
Trailing by 8. Shoots it. Excellent chance, but no good. Cunningham. So it's Detroit picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so...
Like no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Young in at point guard. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
So oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Middleton. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton on the high post. Outside for George. And again, Washington with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Daniels a screen on McCollum. Young finds Daniel. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Cullen passes to Sarr. Lets the three fly. Rebound Atlanta. Porzingis kicks to Daniels. A three ball. The rebound by Middleton. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Sarr, the pass to George. Back to Sarr. McCollum against Young. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Daniels, no good. Washington leading now by 4. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Guys?
Allie, thank you so much.
Well, that's not great shot selection right there, but you'll take anything that goes in.
A three from Porzingis. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Washington. Young with the steal. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Here's Rizachet. Cans it from downtown.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Sarr finds George. Over Rizachet. Outside for George. From past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Back to Rizachet. Puts the move on. And the dunk by Rizachet.
Yeah, if you give Rizachet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. And again, Washington no good. Now, here is Young. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. This is how they built this early lead.
Well, it is tough to lose when you get that many more chances to score.
On the court for Atlanta, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniel. And it's Porzingis in at the center position.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Carrington. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Carrington's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Wizards. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. Krejci. No good. That would have tied it.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Tim, this is going to hit home, and I'm sorry about it, but it's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years?
Here's Carrington, following the 3 by Atlanta. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Fires top of the key. Another one falls for Washington. The Hawks trail by 5. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Krejci. Buries the jump shot. Krejci's got 5. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Carrington with the ball. Okongwu covering. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Houston. Here's Krejci. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
And it's Whitmore missing.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Wizards have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. The Wizards with another miss. The Hawks trail. Kennard for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Carrington's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Here's Krejci. From about 19 feet, the shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got 5. And stolen by Okongwu. Ring shot on the way. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Assist goes to
44 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Carrington, defended by Alexander Walker.
A strong catch and shoot option. Opponents will learn you can't give Johnson those kind of looks.
Pass to Houston. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 4 to shoot. Okongwu with the screen for Kennard. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Carrington. Close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Tie game in Washington. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Atlanta with the ball, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
We've got Bilal Coulibaly. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Alexander Sarr, and it's McCollum in at the 1. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. The Hawks leading by 3. Outside, Porzingis. Johnson sets the screen for Porzingis. Another 3 for Atlanta.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
McCollum with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. And Sarr throws it down.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient, long-range bomber.
George with the steal. McCollum outside. Middleton drives in. Daniels with the steal. Young with the ball. George picks him up. The rebound by Middleton.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss. That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
From deep, George. The rebound by Johnson. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Basketball.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
And a wide open look for McCollum. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
And Johnson is right there.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Daniels, a screen on McCollum. A nice shot by Young.
And one thing about Trae Young, this guy has 0 fear. Always looking to pull from deep.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrade. Really exciting stuff.
The Trae and the Hawks with another 3.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to beat him up.
Sarr the screen. He lobs it up. Porzingis with the steal. And here's Young from the arc. Drills the 3-pointer. And now a 10-point Hawks lead.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
A fader. Washington with the rebound.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometimes. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Wasted no time on that one. McCollum's got 13.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Here's Young. That's tipped. Middleton looking it over. Nobody near George. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. George has got 4 this quarter.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Porzingis sets the pick for Young. Fires from deep. Porzingis can't hit. McCollum against Young. George with the screen on Young. Shoots the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Kennard, and it's Krejci in at the shooting guard position. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta leading by 4. Lets it go from deep. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. The Wizards shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Johnson, the pass to Kispert. Pass to Carrington. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Now, here's Kennard. Off target from three-point range. Screen by Jones. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Something you'd like to see more of from Johnson. The rookie can't do it all on his own out there.
And here's Kennard. Johnson surveying the floor. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Carrington in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Stripped it away. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Pass to Houston. From deep. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Wizards trail by 4. Johnson from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The hustle pays off for Johnson in transition, getting him a bucket off that fast break.
Now, here's Kennard. Whitmore defending. 3. Good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
From outside, the 3 goes down.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Krejci, covered by Johnson. Misses the 3. Washington's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Crane from outside.
Oh, great to see the young fella step up before showing veteran composure out there.
It's stolen. And he drives in. Oh, the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Alexander Saw. He's checked in for Jones. George comes in for Corey Kispert. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Whitmore.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
Daniels against Coulibaly. Sarr pulls it down. Washington leading now by 6. Sarr sets the screen for Coulibaly. McCollum outside. A three-pointer. Good.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And they've got a lot of momentum right now, trying to close this thing out.
And the shot will go down.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
With the floater. And down goes the layup.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now they're in a position to win the game. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Knocks down the 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Launches it. No good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The 19-foot shot, and that one drops. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Fires from way outside. Porzingis pulls it down. Trae Young, a three-pointer. Good.
3-point field goal.
It's stolen by Johnson. And so Washington takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end,